made $12,000.
Okay.
And it's free right now.
What do you mean it's free? You have to put money in.
It's free to, they're not charging to join up, is what I'm saying. To join it, it's no cost.
I've not heard of it. I don't trust anything he does.
Well, my friend was hired. He called me up. Oh, man, you got to do this, dude. He says, for everybody. I said, oh, okay. I said, right now I don't
You know what it sounds like?
Right now I don't have money to invest, but if I had money, I would maybe put $100 into it.
You know what you got to ask? Can he get it out?
Yeah, he got it out. Yeah, he can get it out.
Are you sure? Because again,
he told me he could. He told me he did. He told me he did.
Oh, he did.
Yes.
Is this a dude that you know has money or always like?
Well, he's a retired dude. He retired from General Motors, so he got money. He gets a pension and all that shit. But he called me up all excited and everything, so I told him, well, I don't have no money to invest right now anyway, so it's not doing me any good at this point. At this point.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't do any. Do you know you're signing in for Google?
I signed in.
Yeah, so you can sign into this fucking YouTube.
What do you mean my sign in? What is that?
Like your email that you use and your password.
My email is
I'm.
Rudy the Man. It's already on there, right? My email.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Rudy the Man.
You gotta do it. Just put it in. Yeah, I haven't heard anything from Elon Musk in a minute, except for Twitter. All he talks about, like he told advertisers to go fuck themselves. If you're gonna pressure me with money, go fuck yourself, because I don't have to worry about money ever in my life. But that's all I've heard. And he's pretty much he's a sheep in wolf's clothing, or whatever it is, a wolf in sheep's clothing. Like he pretends to be like a person of the people, but the reality is he just wants to rule everyone, just like the world he lived in when he was young. Okay. Oh, you gotta put the .com.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I forgot the 1948 too. I think you have to have, do you have to have the 1948?
Why?
Oh, I don't know. It's Rudy. It's. I don't know why I forgot my other phone.
Alright, now you gotta put in the password.
Now here's where we're gonna have a problem.
Oh, good lord.
We are.
How does that surprise me?
See, it's telling me it's the wrong password. And it's not the wrong password. Okay, we can try it another way. This is why I always have a problem with this crap.
ASMR joint rolling.
Try that one now. See if that one will work. If that one don't work, then we just fuck. Cause I always have problems with the fucking password. It tells me it's the wrong password, and it's not the wrong password.
Well, try it now. You can actually see the fucking what you put in. You couldn't see what you put in before. You might hit the wrong button.
I didn't.
Well.
Okay.
You got fat fingers, bro. You're not a man blessed with little fingers.
It says the wrong password again.
Alright, well then I don't know what to tell you.
I don't either. I go through this bullshit with this goddamn password all the time. Next. I don't know, man. I should have bought the other phone.
Yeah, you should have. Then we could chat with people. But now we can't.
Well, is Tom coming?
Yeah, Tom's coming. You should be here by now. Oh, man.
So what's been up, man?
Nothing.
Nothing?
No.
Did you quit over there at Frame?
I mean, I'm done at the end of the month. That guy that's going to be there this month, I like him.
Okay. Well, I went up there, and I was told I was supposed to get an email. I never got an email. So I don't know what's going on.
I can't open the fucking...
I'm sorry, man. I know that phone is fucked. I don't know how I made a mistake and didn't bring my real phone. I thought I had it in my pocket, but I must have set it down. I know what happened now. Boston. That's what happened. He started fucking with me. I think I might have laid the phone on the bed playing with him and just stepped out of the house with that phone.
Yeah, I can't do it because I got to pull up the Gmail on my fucking... And it's not going to let us fucking... Definitely not going to let us watch the show because we're not... You got to verify to be 18.
Huh?
It's not going to show it to us. You got to be 18.
You gotta be 18.
Yeah, because I put it for adults. Wait, hold on. Maybe. Oh no, I got it. Jesus.
You said it twice.
Yeah, I did. Just chill. Alright. There.
We're good?
Now we're good. That was a good 20 minutes of wasted space. Where the fuck is Tom?
I don't know.
Muted.
I just couldn't tell you.
Oh.
I has no idea.
Elon Musk.
What?
I don't know. Do you ever look back and wonder how they didn't murder the king?
What king?
Any king.
Some kings did get murdered.
No, I know. But I mean, like...
Their whole families got wiped out.
Yeah, I get that. But I'm just saying, like... There's some kings that did. Like, it just... It doesn't make sense how people, like, in certain parts of time, people can just do whatever they want.
Because...
And get away with it. In other parts, they just can't. They get murdered.
It depends on how heinous I think the king was. Has a lot to do with that. Some kings were beloved by most people. Some were totally hated. You know, I think if you were totally hated or from another kingdom, they didn't like you, so they want to attack and kill the king, take over. You know, that kind of bullshit. But, yeah. Well, if, like with France, you know, they had that, the let them eat cake shit. And they started beheading all of the aristocrats. Regardless of of what you thought they was going to behead your ass because you were rich and everybody else is poor.
I mean, that could happen here.
Yeah, it could happen anywhere.
Well, it's one of two things that's going to happen. The Gilded Age, close to 100 years ago, caused a depression, and then the depression basically caused the revolution, which was a peaceful one. Luckily.
You mean here?
Yeah, the New Deal. Other places around the world, like Russia, the revolution didn't happen that way. Because the Gilded Age just wasn't here. It wasn't just rich people here. There was
You
rich
mean
people.
recently it didn't happen that way in Russia? It did in the past.
What? No, I'm saying the SARS. The SARS were taken out by violence. That's why Stalin took over. And Lenin, because they use violence. And the people that do violence usually aren't good people to rule. You know what I'm saying?
And they use violence why?
Okay, here's an example. Who would have been a better leader? Martin Luther or Malcolm X?
Oh, Martin Luther King
Yes.
or Malcolm X? I can't.
I
can't answer that question.
I feel like if they both would have lived, and Martin Luther would have actually got some power, compared to, because again, people who use rage and anger to get what they want.
Yo, where do you want
Yo.
the pollen? They're double bags.
Oh, just put them. Can I put them in the fridge?
Yeah. Fridge would be a good spot for them.
What's up, man?
Keep them all contained, but yeah, they're bagged and tied.
Yeah, just toss them in the fridge.
There's a bunch in there, dude. You probably only need like the top one.
Toss it on top of the blueberries. Here you go.
There's a bunch in there. What's up, Rudy?
You, man.
That deadhead pollen.
You the man.
It's gonna be crazy.
Good job, Hazy. Good job. Come here, girl. Be nice. Don't jump.
You all calm today?
Got a new bed.
Oh, dang.
See, your premise,
You fancy girl.
well, I shouldn't say your premise, but what you said, wouldn't have, neither one of them would have ever got enough power to be powerful in America. Because they're not going to let no black man be that powerful.
I don't mean like on that kind of level. I mean like, yeah, Clarence Thomas has some power.
No, he doesn't.
Well, is he?
He's got enough to control some people. He can't control the people above him.
He doesn't have any power.
Okay. He
He's
has the
a
power to go
he's
wherever
a
the fuck he wants in the world. He has the power to eat whatever the fuck he wants in the world. He has the power to
only
fuck
because rich white men gave him that power.
whatever.
Other than that, he wouldn't have any power at all. There are no powerful black men in America.
Jay-Z would
No.
beg to differ.
No.
You
Jay-Z is a long way from being powerful.
Dude, you got $1 billion, you're powerful. I don't give a fuck who you are
No.
anymore.
No, you're not.
No, you got all that money. You can't do nothing with it.
No, you're not. Let me tell you. It's
You
just
can
like,
do whatever you want.
listen, you
Other
can't.
billionaires will
Kanye
boss
is a
you out
good
of shit.
example of that.
No.
Kanye-
Kanye went to an extreme. Yes, you can't go and say stupid shit without repercussions. That's the truth.
Why he was saying that shit is because they were holding him back and shit.
No, he was saying shit that wasn't true because he's a fucking
He thought
nuts.
he thought wrong. He thought he was powerful, and he wasn't. And they taught him he wasn't powerful.
Yeah,
he
that's
lost
what I'm saying.
he lost $1.5 billion in 24 hours.
Right, and that's why he was saying that shit. Because the
the reality is he wasn't powerful. Jay-Z doesn't have all
That's
his
what-
shit in one fucking thing. The only reason that Kanye
Dude.
was a billionaire was
Dude.
because of Adidas.
Dude, right now,
Yeah.
Jay-Z is losing money left and right. Right now, it's a scandal going on right now.
Oh.
Did you know that?
They're trying
No, I
to take
don't
the
think
money
they
from him.
should.
They're like,
Well, let me
"What the fuck
tell
he
you."
got all that money for? Let's get some.
Let me tell you, Jay-Z is losing money like it's going out of style. P. Diddy.
Hold on. You act like you act like white people have the most money when they don't.
What do you mean?
In America, they do.
Again,
Who does?
America, but we're talking about the world, though. When you're a billionaire, it's a world thing. This is a
I think the
billionaire
white
isn't a
people
fucking
are the
American
most
thing.
got the most money.
They
in the
make
world.
money off of America, but their world. It's like a.
Who's the richest black man in the world? You don't even know.
Oh, the Prince of.
You don't even know. You don't even have an idea. And why is that? Because that information is kept from you.
Yeah, they don't want you to know.
They don't want you.
I only know who the richest human being is in the world because they won't shut up about him, and there's only one person they talk about.
I don't even know
Everyone
who it
else is irrelevant. It was Bill Gates, you knew Bill Gates was rich because at some point he was the richest dude on the planet.
No, he wasn't. He never was.
No, I know he wasn't because they don't want to talk about the dudes in fucking Saudi Arabia.
And in Africa.
In Africa and other places. And again.
And in China.
China, India.
There are guys way richer than Bill Gates and any American billionaire. There are trillionaires in Africa and in Saudi Arabia. They're trillionaires. They're not billionaires. They got more money than anybody. Okay?
They're also princes, so they don't really count.
Why don't they count?
Because it's like saying a king is worth the money that he has, when its reality is he's basically taking the money from the people and claiming it
It's
as
just
his
that
own.
country's worth that much.
Yeah, the country's worth that much because of the oil.
But they might have ciphered as
You're
all
wrong.
that money.
You're wrong again, dude.
Is not Saudi Arabia a autocracy?
It don't make any difference how they got the money.
Yeah,
the point is they got the money.
Country, but
it don't make any
still
difference how they
theirs.
got it.
Yeah, it's still
The point is they do have it, and they're rich as fuck, and they don't give a shit about nobody else. How the hell is those guys building the shit they're building in the desert? They got tons of money. They get ready to build a building bigger than the tallest building now. It's going to be bigger than the Burj Khalifa by, I think, 40 stories. It's going to be the biggest building of all time. Because they got money like that. They got money, they just throw money.
Again, because it's not real. It's an imaginary thing. And again, why does a prince have so much? Because he lives in a country where he controls what the fuck it says. Say, my country has $1 trillion. And not have any proof. Like the U.S. basically saying we're worth this, but we don't have anything to back it up with.
See,
Well, the Federal Reserve.
the guys overseas don't tell you how much money they got. You have to guess. They don't say that.
Again, what's money? You're talking about a fucking paper. Again, if you take all the money you have right now and put it in your pocket and cross the fucking ocean, you basically have no money. You have no money. You can go try to buy a fucking bagel and they'll be like, what the fuck is this? I don't want your stupid fucking paper. Your paper don't mean shit to me.
Yesterday,
Give me my paper.
Yeah.
I watched a documentary yesterday.
All made up.
And they went to Saudi Arabia, and the guy says, "You're not going to believe what I'm getting ready to show you." In Saudi Arabia, a store, this was one store. He said they got 200 stores like this. It was one store. Everything in the store was gold. Everything in the store.
Man, it was probably gold plated.
Tons of gold.
Probably wasn't real gold.
No, solid gold. They had gold bricks. That in the basement of the store.
But you know what that gold is? That's the gold from the fucking reserve. They fleeced the U.S. in the 70s.
No, it's not the gold from the. You talking about from
Fort Knox?
Fort Knox.
No, it's not.
Dude,
It's their gold.
I'm gonna die on the fucking tunnel or on the hill on this one. What's his name? Nixon fleeced the country. He basically sold the country's gold from under it.
Listen, man, there's so much gold in Africa that's unbelievable. And the Middle East is Africa. It's so.
Yeah, I know.
Their gold mines, they haven't even mined it yet. They took satellite pictures, and it shows gold all over
Back
Africa.
to my point. If you come to me when the world is ended, and you come to me and say, "Here, dude, I got this big block of gold. Can I have some of your weed?" You know what I'm gonna say?
Hell no.
No. I don't have no fucking use for gold.
That
It's
might
not a
be
good
what
metal.
you would say.
It's not even a good fucking metal.
That might be what you would
Me,
say.
it'd be
Hold
like,
on.
fuck yeah.
It is a good metal for-
take this shitty ass weed.
For this shit and stuff like that, but for
Listen,
primitive
trade that
usage.
There's a movie I want you to go see called Nothing.
What?
There's a movie coming out. What do they call it? Nothing. It's coming out pretty soon. It tells about the ancient motherfucker that left here and went to other solar systems.
What?
And it talks about how they came here hundreds of thousands of years ago because their planet needed gold. They had to put gold in their atmosphere.
Ayanaki.
No, yeah. That's one name for them.
Oh,
yeah.
that's that. You're
The
talking about
Anunnaki.
the planet. It's called Nebula or whatever that comes up through every 10,000 years or something.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's on the other side of the sun.
Shit, they created us, man. To my
They
goal for 'em.
created. Well, they didn't create us. They jacked us.
They dogged us.
They jacked us. We were like just primitive.
Yeah, right.
And they
give us
they took some of their DNA and put it into us.
Make you shit way back.
And that's when we started really developing. We went millions of years. That's why I try to tell people. We went millions of years without any technology.
I
at all.
don't think you understand how violent this planet is. To say that we've went millions of years, for one, no. I think we've gone, because for one, our species has only been around for 100,000, 200,000 years.
Who told you that?
They're finding
Who told you that?
evidence that we have been, there's finding evidence that we might have been actually like coherent species 100,000 years ago. My point is the simplest little thing. COVID could have wiped out 85% of the planet, correct?
Could have.
The way it spread.
If
So
we
if it
have-
wiped out 85% of the planet, another 5 to 10% die within the next year because they can't live,
Okay.
and the rest survive.
Why would they die? Because they can't live
Because they can't survive.
from the virus.
No,
Well,
just in general.
different things. The atmosphere.
Like, shit's not gonna be around.
weather.
You're not gonna have internet no more.
You're not gonna
have electricity's gonna
You're
go
not gonna
down.
have, your house is gonna fall apart.
They don't know how to survive on their own.
Yeah.
No.
So you lose.
They can't live off the land.
So you're left with 10 to 15% of the population. No, probably 5% of the population is left.
That's still a lot.
That's still a lot, but it's not enough to keep shit going. And the point is
You lose all your technology.
you lose all your technology, the satellites fall out the sky, and it takes you another 10,000 years to get back to this point. If that happens, then everything that happened before disappears, minus the fucking shit like the pyramids,
No, but nowadays
which are in a
it
desert.
Well, I guess back then it would happen like that. Nowadays we got everything recorded and written down everywhere. So.
Again, nothing lasts though. They fucking I just listened to
the
a
people that were
hold on.
surviving,
I just listened to a podcast where they basically in the 90s they recorded a bunch of fucking information for like in England. It was like this whole like thing they did for years. So but they put all the info on Laserdisc because it was going to be this new thing. Basically, they had to build something
to read it
to transfer it to a computer.
Yeah.
And now you can see it on an archive. But even so, that archive's on a server somewhere that's being paid for. Once the person's died that was doing it,
No,
so
I'm
eventually
talking
that's
about the
going
server shit. I'm talking about actual books. We got books.
books get burned and disappear.
No, I ain't gonna get burned. Shit.
Yeah. Okay. For
We're
example,
gonna get burned for no
Nature
reason.
takes over everything.
everything.
We'll burn the novels. They don't have fucking
Nature takes
full
over.
information.
You got a library full of books. What's going to happen with it? If
Eventually,
there's no
they'll-
people around to
it'll
take care
turn
of
into
that,
dirt.
the trees and the roots grow into the library, they'll destroy
Yeah,
all
turn
the
that
books.
shit back.
Everything
Yeah.
turns to dirt.
Yeah. It's just a matter of time. And so, okay, I understand where you're coming from. You're saying, well, the world, we had a catastrophe, wiped out half the world.
Hold on. That's why if 10,000 years ago there was floods and panics that happened, that there could have been technologies where we could have been flying from place to place. We could have already been to a point where we were leaving the planet.
Well, that's what the
There's
debate
all this
is
stuff
on.
that could have happened, but all that goes away, and it takes 10,000 years to get back to this point. And you have all this shit that happens in between that wipes it out. Because the Christians went through and wiped everything out. The Muslims come through and wiped everything out. The fucking Mongolians went through and wiped everything out. Like
Well,
every
in
country.
their area, they wiped everything out. They didn't wipe worldwide everything out.
No, but if they could, every time one takes over, it just ends like so. The Mongolians took off all these ones, but these ones could have known some shit about these ones. Well, that's gone now,
Okay.
and these ones already got changed, so that's gone now. It's like civilizations get lost all the time, and if you have a mass death like this world's trying to do constantly, this world's not here for you to fucking survive. It's like trying to kill you all the time.
Like a devastating meteor or the sun
No.
Volcano.
kills
Dude,
so many
pandemic.
people.
A drought.
Could be anything.
Yeah, a
The
drought.
wrong fucking weather in the fucking wintertime can fuck up everything.
Sure.
If you get too hot of weather and it warms up and then it drops below freezing, you can lose all your crops and fucking have nothing to eat.
And that's happened before.
Lots of times.
Sure. But are we sitting there talking to each other right now?
We are.
So what does that
Again.
tell you? What does that tell you?
That humans survive, but it takes time for them to replace, and they don't always replace with the right things. If the Indians had won the war, if the Indians hadn't been wiped out by the diseases that the colonizers brought over,
Smallpox and other disease.
yes,
Syphilis.
then we live in a different world. We live in a more democratic world, a more in tune world with the fucking nature and shit like that. Because that's what most of them did. Some of them were a little fucking crazy and did stupid shit. But again, look at fucking the Germans. They did some. Look at the Crusades. Some of the shit they did in the Crusades is just unspeakable.
Yeah, that's the Catholic Church.
Well, but it's not just the Catholic Church. The Persians did some. There was Persian groups of Persians that did shit back in the day.
And they were either Catholic or they were some kind of Slavic religion that believed in Jesus Christ.
No, I meant even the ones like look at because it wasn't the Persians that fought that came to Greece. Because that dude that took over a ton of like.
Well, at one time, in certain parts of Europe, the Persians ran shit for maybe 200 or 300 years, but not much longer than that.
Still, when they were running shit, they were fucking.
But that's not the entire world. That's just that little area.
I get that.
The point I'm making is, I don't think anything would happen unless the world totally exploded. You can't destroy everybody on Earth. There's too many people.
No, I didn't say everyone. I said a plague. Again, we just came through a fucking scenario in 2020 where basically all of us. Did you catch it? Every one of us caught COVID.
I didn't.
Twice.
I never got it.
Okay, you got lucky.
I could have had it and didn't know though, because some people didn't show symptoms.
I never got it.
He was really by himself.
Yeah, and I stayed on top of the jab.
Either way, so if
it's still going around. I still can get it.
I know, but most of us, me, him, his wife, his whole family, if it was one that was a 50-50 like the bird flu or a 25%er where only 25% of the people live, we probably all dead.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Right?
We're miracles, bro.
Dude. But it would have done the same thing. Like, it would have wiped out the planet.
But in reality, none of this shit is real.
What?
It's all a simulation.
If you keep saying that.
It's because I know it. I feel that I'm right. That's all I can say.
You know what I got to say about that? I thought about that the other day. The Good Place was a good example of that. If it is a simulation, you cannot know about it.
You can speculate.
No.
Yeah, you can.
You can speculate.
No. What I mean is,
if you did know about it, you're fucked. You're
No,
gonna get killed or something.
No.
Oh, I know where he's coming from.
What I'm saying is if you're building a simulation to try to hold humans, like the Matrix, for example, something of that extreme where you're trying to create whatever, a place for people, create a place for your consciousness to go. After, you know what I'm saying? You have to have, because humans, what makes humans is the threat of death. Like, humans know death is happening at some point. Like, you know from the time you're...
I don't.
Yeah, like no one ever thinks about that. What you mean?
I don't.
Okay, you've had a death in your life. You've seen it. You know that you're going to die. Humans die.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you think about
Dogs don't know that.
Huh?
Dogs don't know that. They know if they do things, they could hurt themselves, and there's risk of that they shouldn't do. But they don't know what death is. They don't know
It's a dog.
that they're going. Most things on the planet are dogs, or less. Correct? When it comes to consciousness. Now, there's some other animals like elephants that are pretty conscious, but most of them are on that level where they don't understand death. They don't know that it's going to happen. They can't predict that it's going to happen. They can't even fathom that they're going to die.
What's that have to do with the simulation, though?
If you don't put death in the simulation, then the person being simulated probably would be just like a dog.
Oh, now, come on. If it's a simulation,
Jesus.
if it's a simulation,
Around aimless.
that means
just
that
like living off
nothing.
just living off of but there's no purpose. Like, one of the purposes you're here is to stay alive.
why don't we have answers to every question that's asked?
I don't know.
Because it's a simulation.
No. Okay.
It's so simple. and so obvious. That
Why
it's a
can't I see the
simulation.
spaghetti monster?
Bigger
Because he's
shit
behind the moon. I'm just making shit up.
I'm telling you,
Why is it so obvious?
because it is.
Alright.
Because of the way life does. Okay, I've lived for 75 years. Okay? At no time in my short little 75 years, we went through a period where there was no violence, no death. By murder. People die by accidents every day.
I mean, that kind of makes... I mean...
Wait a minute, hold it. This is set up like a play or a movie. Okay? We're all acting. I'm acting right now. You're acting. You're acting. We're all on the stage of life. Okay? This is how I feel. We're all on the stage of life. Now, we can believe the things that go on around us, or we don't have to believe the things that go on around us. We make our own heaven. We make our own hell. We do. Why do you think there's heaven and hell? Why do you think that there is a heaven and a hell?
Because some people back in the day wanted to keep people
Because
alive.
you were told that.
No.
Yes, you were told
what I'm
that
saying.
when you were a child.
Yeah.
You were told there's heaven and hell. You don't act right, you're going to go to hell. If you act right, you go to heaven.
Well,
That's what they told us.
Basically.
And it's all a lie. We know better. Come on. When you get older, it's like Santa Claus. They tell you it's Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny too, don't they?
you say that, but there's a lot of old fucks that are really hell-bent on that shit.
On what?
Heaven and hell?
Yeah, that police... Dude, come on.
Hell been on what?
Yeah, all
My
the
father's
motherfuckers.
like
Hell been on what?
on heaven and hell being real. Like
Because-
you say, like you get older, it's like Santa Claus. No, it's not like Santa Claus. Santa Claus is a thing that actually doesn't.
Everybody doesn't have the same
You
wisdom.
can fucking prove Santa Claus doesn't exist.
Everybody doesn't have the same wisdom.
You can't prove
Would you
there's no heaven
believe?
and hell.
Well, hold it. If nobody ever told you about Santa Claus, and somebody came up tomorrow and said, "Hey man, it's Christmas coming. It's this guy who'll go to every house in the world and leave presents for everybody." Come on. You didn't believe it because you're an older man and you know better. But when you're a child,
That's
You're-
what they do
you're-
with religion, yeah.
man, come
You
on.
ain't gonna get a
When I
dumbass
found
man
those
doing that
toys under my mother's bed in her room, it told me then, there's Santa Claus. Ain't no fucking Santa Claus.
shit. Yeah, no doubt.
But they told me, they lied to me. They lied to us all the time.
You still mad about that?
No, I'm
You
not
gotta
mad.
let that go.
Oh, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. That's just the way the world is. I understand that. What I'm saying is, and we are indoctrinated to think a certain way. We all are. Some people see past it. You know, some people are totally in the fog. They don't see past it.
I'll take
at
you
all.
one further. Most of these people still believe it because all they drink is sugar.
They still believe what? All the things that.
Like the Christian faith is easier to swallow when you're a pop drinker or a
What are you
heavy
talking
sugar
about? You're
drinker.
saying this sugar is affecting their brain?
Yes.
Yeah, it is, but that's.
No. Don't say yeah, it is,
I
but
can't. No.
Yeah, 'cause it is a because
No,
everybody don't consume the same amount of sugar.
But, yeah,
No.
exactly that. And
You got countries that can't even afford fucking sugar.
what are you talking about? Everyone can afford sugar. Sugar's the cheapest thing on the fucking
Salt
planet.
and sugar in Africa, in certain parts of Africa.
Oh God, how do we jump from the U.S. to Africa?
Well, I'm talking about the world. I'm not just talking about the U.S. I'm talking about the entire world because we're affected by the entire world.
Those aren't the fucking people.
The
that
world's getting
fucking
smaller
drink-
and smaller and smaller.
But the people we're talking about were the religious people who can't come to reality about religion. One of the reasons they can't is because their fucking brain's clouded. When your brain works off that shit, it doesn't work as well. It
Well,
doesn't.
I mean-
It's scientific fact that if you feed your body a bunch of liquor, sugar in any way,
especially
especially
is actually sugar.
yeah, especially liquid sugar, because it's so instant.
Corn syrup.
Instead of because your brain's supposed to eat these.
Well,
Your brain's supposed to feed itself off the
well, I
fat.
understand your sugar thing. I understand that, and I agree with you on that.
So if you're constantly clouding it with bad
But-
fuel, you're gonna clog up the fucking brain, and the brain starts doing shit that it shouldn't be doing. I guarantee you, if the world stopped funding sugar and started funding the things that we actually need,
No.
and tell people the truth,
It's still going to be dumbass motherfuckers.
I know they're gonna be.
It's
dumbass
still going to be.
motherfuckers.
You can take away all the sugar you want. It's still going to be some. I'm not
can't
saying
take it
everybody
away.
is.
As soon as you take
But
it away, it becomes a drug trade.
Oh, what I'm saying is no.
If
you abolish sugar when it
People be
didn't matter.
growing beets in their basement.
No,
If you fucking rated for growing beets.
No, if you get rid of sugar totally, where
that
people can get
sugar
raw
beets, son.
sugar.
No, but you're not understanding. We
The
live in a
sugar beet
system
is
where they
like
put it
raw
in
sugar.
everything. They literally everything you fucking eat has sugar in it. They put it in
More so here in America,
In
or
America.
in Western countries.
Right? No, just America. America's notorious
Because I saw a list the other day of stuff that's banned in Europe and in Africa that's bad for you, but it's
Legal
not,
here?
It's not banned
Big
here,
old
and
list,
it's a
yeah.
big old
Yeah, I've
list
seen that.
of all kind of shit. You know,
But
so
they also let them put in the sugar and they rename it in multiple ways.
yeah, yes,
But again, it's
Yes.
you're not understanding. It's more diabolical than yes. They're doing it like liquor companies feed fucking alcoholics alcohol for cheap.
yes, you're right, and that's what I
Beer's
mean.
cheaper than pop, bro.
Oh no, hold on. It would be like if they put Coke in.
So
Hold on, if they put Coke in everything, just a little bit, just enough, or heroin, another addictive substance. If they just put enough that you just get the little feeling you need off of it, that you have to go back and get it every fucking time you see it.
Ooh.
Every time you walk by a fucking candy bar, your body goes, I need that. In the same way a fucking heroin addict who sees a dude walking down the street with a bag in his hand goes, I should rob that guy so I can make sure I get high.
They don't want us living forever, man. They're gonna have to pay us Social Security and shit. Like, they're trying to get us out of here. They're on
They
the
don't.
now, get the fuck off. They're trying to kick us off.
They don't, but who are they? That
The rich people.
The rich-
That's another thing. But that's another thing in my comedy routine that I'm working on. It's called the theys. Why are there always theys, but nobody knows the
Yeah,
names?
let's fucking name them.
Yeah, nobody knows the name. But so they did this or they did that. Well, who the fuck is?
Who the fuck is
They're
they?
the deep state. Well, who the fuck is they? Point out they to me,
Right.
and prove to me that
I
they
can tell
did
you.
this.
Rupert Murdoch, the guy that owns CNN, the dude that owns fucking Pepsi, the dude that owns Coke,
And the two other dudes that own the other
the
networks.
military, because the military needs people to fucking join, because they can't fucking take them on purpose.
And you still don't see why this is a simulation?
I mean,
It's all a plan. Can't you-
it's a very bad
you-
game. It's not a good game.
No, it's an entertaining game.
It is
It's
not.
entertainment,
yeah,
dude.
For everyone who's watching, probably loves
yes,
this shit.
yes, it's entertainment.
Charging
So it's
$30
reality
a
TV.
pop for everyone who watches it. You
So
probably
every
gotta
day I
pay a
should
subscription.
definitely pull my dick out and be like, make sure.
Well, you can do whatever you want to do.
Like,
Are they reading the code?
They're going to be entertained by whatever you do, or they're going to laugh at us because we're so fucking stupid that we can't see the game. And it's all a game. Everything. From the time you're born, that doctor goes pop, and you go.
probably like
The game
100
starts.
100 different
So
galaxies watching.
by the time you get intelligent enough to think about stuff, you're so what's the word for it? You're so trained in life that you don't think properly. And your parents are Republican. They want you to be Republican.
Brainwashed,
Your
man.
parents are
Brainwashed.
Catholic. They want you to be Catholic. And we pass it down and down, and it keeps going.
Yo,
It keeps
I don't
going.
understand how that's just how humans have been because
That's how they made us.
hold on
to be.
no that's how
Simulation.
humans were so you survived because you had to teach your fucking kids how to do the things you did just get to the point where you were because if you didn't teach them how to fucking hunt if you didn't teach them how to soil or look for mushrooms if you didn't teach them the things you needed to teach them how to get water these other things you die. Your lineage don't go on. It's just a selfish gene.
But can't you see that's the simulation?
No, it's called a gene. It's a selfish gene. It's Richard Dawkins.
I don't care
never
what
says.
you call it. First of all, labels are a part of the simulation. Black, white man, black man, up, down, sideways. It's all a simulation, dude. We're in a dimension or a parallel universe that's how it is here. You can't escape it until you what? Until you what? You can't escape it until you what?
Well, some people say they can escape.
And why are you born? So you gotta get deep. Why were you born to begin with?
ratings for the aliens.
More entertainment. It's like Every season there are new shows to come on TV, aren't there?
They say, why do
There
we
are
transfer-
new movies
transfer
all
for
the
that
time.
mutant?
It's always new movies. We want to be entertained. We're no different from them.
Maybe they're looking for a new strain of DNA or some shit to pop out that only happen once every 10,000 years or something.
I don't know about this. This is a little far.
That's what they want you to think.
I know. That's
That's
fine.
what they
can-
want you to
it's-
think.
They can think it all they want.
Yo, what we doing for Hash Bash?
I think
you going
life
out
is
there?
just too chaotic.
When is it? Next week?
Yeah,
No,
next
it's
week.
March, isn't it?
It's next
April.
week.
It is?
No,
Next Saturday.
it's April.
You going?
I want to go.
It's in April.
Next Saturday.
I'm entering the hash
Why
bash.
you say next Saturday? He says April. He said, you fucking with me. You take this.
You're the one that said it was next Saturday.
I'm entering the hash bash cup.
No, you're not going though? There's a bunch
of
of people that are going to come out there and shit.
I think we need to go.
Ohio.
If we can go, I think we need to
What's the
go.
Ohio group I'm in?
We need to go as a...
Yeah, you need to do a show out there.
Yeah.
That's what I was getting ready to say. We need to go and do a show,
Fuck,
And-
shit fell, dog.
kick off the new
What
year.
happened?
You dropped the flame?
You dropped the hop somewhere.
I think it's... What's that right there?
Oh, shit.
Is that it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's hot.
A little bit.
Yeah, we need to go and
Okay.
boost up
We go.
our stuff, man.
Have some like stickers made or something so we
Yeah,
can hand them out.
Yes,
That's a good
I
idea.
agree.
Show, you know, the link on there and shit.
Yep.
Or you can do the scan.
Something
and
colorful. Doesn't have to be that big. Maybe like this or something. And make a lot of them so we can put them everywhere. People can see them. People pass
They're
them out
like
to
15
people.
cents each if you get stickers made like this or some shit.
They're how much each?
I don't know, like 15 cents maybe.
And that's like what?
I actually don't remember what they cost. The little round ones.
Okay, so it's colors. Yeah, it's
2 inch
colors
or
and
whatever.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, they ain't expensive. The holographic ones are like $1 a piece. The one that he buried behind that shelf, holographic.
Like that one here.
Yeah, that one's holographic, I think, too.
Oh, I did bury it behind a shelf, didn't I? Oops.
Yeah, that's cool. I still see it. Yeah, hand some shit out. There'll be a bunch of people out there.
My wall's gonna disappear soon.
They're all getting like a fucking...
Yeah, you're right. Like here.
But it's all gonna go away soon at some point.
Why is
We
that?
got the living room, we got the front bedroom almost done. The second bedroom will be done by the end of January.
Oh, okay.
Should have the bathroom done hopefully by,
You redoing the whole house, huh?
yeah,
Literally.
yeah.
Room by room.
Yep. And then this one I'll do the ceiling and
You know, you can get a lot of money for this house now. When the market comes back.
yeah, I know.
And the market will be coming back probably in July or August. Because they stopped raising the interest rate. They're going to drop it at least 2 or 3 points by next winter. So it'll be, more people will be buying houses and
I
building.
mean, there's still people still buying houses.
Oh yeah, but not like before. What? You know who's buying all the houses?
Rich people,
Yeah.
people with cash.
They're buying. I talked to a guy 2 weeks ago. He's from the mid East. Okay, him and his father.
Mid East,
Him and his father.
Middle East.
like Middle East or
Yeah, Middle East. Well, you know what they call the Middle East.
Oh,
I think he's from Iran.
okay.
I believe. I could be wrong, but I
Well, you
think
said
he's-
Mid East. I'm thinking, is he like New Jersey? That's
Oh,
Mid East.
oh. I should have said Middle East and
Yeah,
been more clear. But him and his father came over here with he told me several million. I don't know exactly how much. And they bought up over 200 houses.
That's why.
And they're redoing them. They'll do all over Detroit. They get ready to do this, and they're redoing them. And they're charging people to rent. They're renting them out. They're not selling them,
No, they're renting them. They're gonna charge.
and they're renting them for
ridiculous.
big money.
Ridiculous.
Rent's
money.
crazy right now.
Yeah, rent is
I
stupid.
think the house next to me is like $2,000 a month.
Yeah, I know.
They'll probably charge $1,200 for the.
I could probably, if that house belonged to me totally, I wouldn't sell it. I would rent it out for about $2,200 a month.
Well, that's the thing. I don't plan on selling this either. If we get to a point where we can move.
Well, this whole neighborhood in the next 10 years is going to be totally different anyway.
It already is totally different.
No, I mean, it's not gonna be any little houses like these. It'll be all new houses, big houses,
Well, someone ain't
like in Birmingham.
That's the point. I'm not going to sell it. The plan is to redo it so I can rent it.
I trim this shit now. No, I can't. I don't sell it and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, right.
Fucking leaving leaves on.
That smells interesting.
That's it.
How about them Pistons?
Oh, they finally
Oh
won.
man, get the fuck.
They won last night.
I know, man, and they were all happy. I like you, motherfuckers. What are you happy about? Because you won one fucking.
They didn't celebrate that much.
Okay, I was about to say.
They were like hugging and shit and happy and stuff, but
They
not
were
like,
they were celebrating.
it was a little more
So
than a
good.
normal win,
Fucking championship.
but it wasn't like a championship.
They were so relieved.
Yeah, dude.
They got that monkey off the back because they were the laughing stock of sports,
28
not just of
28 in a row or
basketball.
something?
Yeah.
Not just of basketball. They were the laughing stock
They're about to
of
break.
sports.
If the record is, they tied the record for the.
Who's
all
got the record?
sports.
The Nets?
No,
They said who did it this morning, but I don't remember.
there's I think there's a hockey team. that
Oh, it
lost.
wasn't even basketball?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And that's what we're talking about. All sports.
Yeah,
We're not just talking.
it's really hard to lose that many games in a row. Like it's
Yeah.
impossible.
You got to be really
Football.
It
bad.
can't be like
It's impossible in
including the
baseball.
Chinese basketball.
It's
league
impossible.
and
No,
shit.
we're talking American
Okay.
stuff.
So there's some bad teams over there.
Yeah, like the big ones, the NHL, MLB.
Yeah, all the big ones.
It's an NHL
Soccer,
thing.
all
Like,
of
it's
that.
like,
Nobody's done this before.
like one of those teams from the '70s in hockey, because there'd be bad teams in the '70s.
Yeah.
70s
I mean, hockey is one of those sports where it's like, you think CT, because that's also one where you can get some CTE problems, that brain shit,
Yeah.
and
Anything that you have to wear a helmet for, you can get brain shit.
yeah.
A concussion, different abnormalities of the brain.
Uncle Dean said, "Nice looking butt."
Dino. Happy New Year, dude. Happy New Year to everyone. And to everyone, a good night.
Oh, they all said it. I just didn't feel like saying it.
We've got to be sociable, dude.
I was being sociable with you. We were in the middle of a conversation. I don't want to break it.
He'd be sociable with me. I don't count.
I got the munchies, so I gotta do
Well,
my
eat on,
munchies.
big man. Eat on. What?
Little peanuts, some banana.
Oh, that made me cough.
I feel like Elvis.
Elvis.
You hate Elvis, don't you?
I can't stand Elvis. He was known for the what? The peanut butter and banana
sandwiches.
And some
toasted.
shit.
Yeah. It was like a cheese. What do they call them? It was like a when you toast cheese in between two pieces of
Grilled cheese.
huh?
Or grilled cheese.
Yeah.
Oh, grilled cheese. Dude, I almost made
That-
grilled cheese. today.
That's how they made them for me. And I think they put syrup on them too.
What?
Oh
He was a
yeah.
big dude. He drank a lot.
That's one reason why his ass is
What,
dead.
alcohol?
He had really
I thought he
bad.
was just on pills.
That's what I'm trying to say. He was on everything.
Coke.
Living.
And he went and Nixon. He went to Nixon, and
Damn, were you guys, how old, like, when was he born?
when was who born?
Elvis.
Elvis.
I don't know.
How old was he? Like,
When he died in the 60s?
He had to be about 17 or 8.
70s maybe?
He got popular. I think he was 18 or 19.
and what year was that?
I don't know. I don't keep up with that kind of shit.
You don't even like Elvis. I fucking
But did he get popular in your lifetime? Or
Yes.
before? Okay.
What the fuck?
How old were you?
I don't keep up with shit like that. I don't know how old I was.
Well, you know, if you're under,
maybe I was
under
8.
16.
Maybe I was 8 or 9 years
Yeah,
old.
you're under
That's my
16.
What's your point?
So if you were 8 or 9, that's what, 50s?
Yes, late 50s.
And he was 18, so he was born in the 30s.
Oh, you're trying to figure out when he was born.
So, I don't know. Did you ever, so you never saw him or nothing?
Yeah, I saw him. He was on everything back then.
No, I meant like live.
No. Wasn't there weren't any black people who were going to go see Elvis Presley live. Maybe, if it was 10,000 people there, it might have been 3 black people there, okay? Elvis was not loved because he ripped off.
I know
So
he
many.
did, but they didn't tell you that. Like, I didn't find that out until because my dad was an Elvis fan.
Because they kept it from you.
I kept it from him.
Yeah, from everybody. Other than black people that,
Yeah, the new people.
Yeah, other than that. Tom Parker, that was his manager. Well, he was a real devil of a motherfucker.
Yeah, because he kind of fucked him over, too.
Oh, yeah, he did. Oh, yeah. But Elvis was a weird dude in the aspect that he was very egotistical. And he was very spontaneous. He might be somewhere and he'll see somebody and buy him a Cadillac. He had a fixation on Cadillacs. But if he give you a gift,
a whole bunch of people Cadillacs.
yes, he'd gift you a Cadillac.
Mostly like young
You
girls.
go outside and there'd be a new Cadillac out there. That'd be sweet.
Pink.
It wasn't. I bet it wasn't just white. It was white people, right?
No, he bought a couple of black people Cadillacs.
Really?
People that he liked, that he knew that he liked. Yeah, oh yeah. Not a lot. A couple of people. I know.
So was he racist, or was he just a guy that
I don't know.
was controlled by?
I don't know if he was racist or not. I don't know. If he was, they kept that from the general public.
Because isn't he from like poor like beginnings and shit? Like,
Yeah.
he comes from like the
Yeah, he comes from bullshit.
yeah.
Of course. He just happened to be what they consider a handsome motherfucker that had and his voice wasn't that good. It was okay, but his voice had no range. You know, when I say range, he wasn't hitting high notes and shit like that.
He had no soul.
You know, but he was the best thing going for them back then. Him and Pat Boone were the big guys back then. You remember Pat Boone?
No.
See? He wasn't that big, huh? Yeah, Pat Boone was another crooner from when Elvis was around. And Pat Boone would take, a black guy would put out a record on Thursday. If Pat Boone...
I did hear about this guy. The difference between him and Elvis, though, is he brought the music to the white people, but gave credit. Didn't he? Something like that?
He did what?
He gave credit to the artist he stole.
Yeah.
No. Yes.
Yes, Pat Boone did.
Yes, but he still stole it. Didn't pay him for it.
Yeah.
But he'd say, this is a...
Hey, if he ain't
What
pay
they call
him,
it
he
back
ain't giving
then?
credit to me.
What did they call it back then? Jungle music?
You got paid.
I think they called it jungle music back then.
That was a great revisionist history podcast. He talks about Pat Boone
Yeah.
and how he basically did the same thing. Well, he didn't do this. He did it in a different way. But when you listen to him, you're like, okay, that's the white. And he did it on purpose.
There was no mistaking.
He toned it down on purpose.
There was no mistaking that part. But what I'm saying is, on Tuesday, he would go to the record shop. He'd ask the guy, well, what new music came in? Black music. So whatever was the biggest black selling record back then, he would take it and make a white version of it.
Yeah, and a white version in the sense that it was vanilla as fuck.
Yeah.
Same song, exactly.
White people loved it, huh?
Oh, they ate it
yeah.
up like crazy.
They ate it up.
Oh,
But
they made millions.
But he wasn't Elvis in the sense that he basically just stole the music and gave them nothing.
He actually told the white people, look, this is the black folks.
No, he didn't give them nothing. He just, so-and-so wrote this record.
Yeah, he sent them, at least went,
Yeah, but
he at least pushed it, like helped. The other, Elvis was like, this is mine. I wrote this. The other guy gets no credit at all. This guy blatantly said he was.
well, Elvis wouldn't give him credit, period. He'd just say he wrote it.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is my shit.
Yeah. it's
But
my
yeah,
shit.
when you listen to it, it's like, holy shit. That is the it is the, oh god, it's so vanilla.
Especially
That's all
with
you
Pat
can say,
Boone
it's
ones.
vanilla. Like, one has rhythm and soul to it, and you're like, oh, that's good as shit.
And the other one,
You're the
it's
one
the
like-
same music, but it's like, you know,
Try to be proper.
Yeah.
and soft.
And soft. And, because again, I can imagine back
Picture a
then,
lot of, like,
people,
pianos.
Well, I can imagine the soul coming out, like if he tried to play it like that, and people going, "Oh, it makes me feel weird." You get what I'm saying? Like Elvis, in the same way Elvis made people feel weird when he twisted his hips.
Yeah, you gotta fucking
See, a lot back then, they
cut it
wouldn't.
down for the masses.
Back then, when they started letting black guys or black musicians be on the radio, white people would listen to it and they say, "Oh, I like that song.
And then
We're gonna go see him when he comes into town." They wouldn't tell him it was a black guy. Then they go, pay their ticket, and go in there and find. Little Richard did that a lot. Little Richard did that a lot.
I don't know why, but that just makes me think of Chappelle's Black Klansman.
Yeah.
Oh, the white dude.
No, the black.
Clayton Bisbee, I can't see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blind.
The blind racist motherfucker. The black man that was racist.
Wild ass character.
That was wild.
That dude. Oh, too bad he got rich.
Too bad who got rich?
Chappelle.
Why is it too bad?
Because he just spews rich shit a lot. I feel like he's
Well,
very
that's-
like rich guyish. And again, most of his shit's still funny, but it's don't cancel me, even though no one's ever tried, and
he's
no one
fucking
could.
around with the trans and shit. He's trying to get canceled by them motherfuckers.
It's not even, that's my point. It's like, say your point,
Still
move
on
on with
there.
your life. Go without. Oh, I know he's still on there. He do whatever he wants.
Yeah, he did.
He's fucking He's got $100 million, dude. When you got $100 million, you can play wherever you want to play, and people are going to show up. Especially when you're Dave Chappelle. Like there was a line of people who wanted to get in. So if the people who are offended don't want to buy next time, there's plenty that are going to fill it. That's for sure.
10 times over.
Yeah. Like that Chappelle show was one of the biggest.
But he has
shows.
to be careful. He has to be super duper
Right. Because if
careful.
he says too many things that probably go against the establishment, the days, he'll probably get off,
days.
like Tupac, like Malcolm X, like Martha, like Kennedy,
All the way down the line.
the Kennedys.
Okay.
Hold on. Speaking of, have you seen that new guy?
Which
What do you
one?
think of him?
Which new guy?
Not the new guy. He's the junior, Ted Kennedy, the
Oh,
Robert Kennedy.
Oh,
Jr.
but he's a piece of work. Oh my
He was on
God.
Theo Vaughn's podcast. I didn't
He,
listen to that one.
yeah, he is a piece of work. You wouldn't even believe he was a Kennedy.
I feel like he's set because the clips I see of are him saying some extreme.
He feels he's privileged. He's a Kennedy.
Privileged.
Yes.
Extreme what? What's he saying? He's extreme left?
No.
He's a weird
He's
like.
a Republican?
No, he's anti everything. It's weird.
If you're poor,
No, of course.
you want to do something for the poor?
Try again.
Wait, what?
Eh.
I didn't even hear any of that. It's more about the don't tell people from the free of speech. He's like a free speech absolutist. He's one of those dudes that just I don't know. I don't even know how to explain
He's
it.
not really that. That's what he portrays.
Everything
to
he
be.
says, I just throw out my head because I hear it and I hear bullshit flag.
Yeah, he's full of shit. He's basically full of shit. He's
He's
when
had
he-
some left points that were okay, but
Well, that's what I mean when I say he's sneaky. He's a sneaky motherfucker.
yeah, because he's a Democrat.
But he spouts a lot of Republican virtue.
Yeah, fuck all them politicians. They're all shitty.
And again,
And a lot of those Republican virtues are very much coded in the old school,
so you got
superiority thing.
different types of white people.
Dude, Maine
Just
said
like you
that-
got different types of black people.
Rudy for president.
No, you see what Maine did? They said they're not going to
Yeah.
let that motherfucker on the
Yeah,
ballot.
Maine.
So did Oakland, or so did Colorado. Colorado was the first one.
But Colorado is under a
So Maine's going to be too.
probably.
It's
so.
going to go to the Supreme Court.
Probably so.
No, probably. It's happening. And the Supreme Court, the way it is, will basically do it before, they'll make sure they get it done before the election.
Oh, that's all Republican though, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
So
No, it's
fine.
not all Republican.
Yeah, he'll be on the ballot.
Yeah,
It's-
he'll be on. In
it's not all
states.
Unless he actually loses.
Loses what?
Like, because again,
The
what the
primary?
polls always say that the people he's behind are going to win, but they never win.
No,
so
never. That's
so
just
the-
He has a
media
lead.
trying to make him win.
yeah, but that's my point. So the primary, it might come in to where he actually loses to DeSantis or whoever the fuck it is. That's actually
And he'll be totally rigged.
yeah. Well, you know he will.
It's all.
He
but-
was saying the first one was rigged.
Totally rigged.
But he's right. It is rigged, but not in the way he says it's rigged. It
the
is
whole
rigged.
process is rigged.
Yes, the whole process is. He's just an evil.
It is rigged.
He's an
against
evil
them, because
motherfucker.
The media
See-
is fucking him.
But the media is responsible for him being where he is. Because if
The more
they
they
told,
fuck him,
if
the
they,
more he gets
look,
fucking support.
look, if they had told the truth about him from the beginning, he had never been president. But the media was making so much money off of Trump,
No, okay.
I don't
They're
think
like,
it
look at this
mattered.
big ass joke. He'll never get fucking elected.
and he was
And they
spending
were
money.
just
Nobody.
No,
No,
stop
it wasn't
Trump.
even that. It was more of the
no,
fact
it was
that.
that. No one ever thought he'd get elected the first time.
Well, yeah, they did. They didn't think so.
The
but
media
he
was
just-
like, this is a
he was the only
big-ass
thing
joke.
bringing him views.
Big ass joke. That's all it was.
Yeah, he was bringing them big views.
I put money on it.
And not only that, a lot of things people don't realize is who's made the most money off of Trump since he's been around, since he's been
The
president.
media.
And somebody else. Who else? Lawyers have made more fucking money. Lawyers have made
Yeah,
more
you're
fucking
right.
money than they've ever made. They love that motherfucker.
Wow. Yeah, you're right.
Oh
It's
yes.
bleeding them dry.
Not even his. The ones that
Period.
all of them.
Lawyers. Period.
Yeah.
bleeding them dry.
Now those are the motherfuckers. Lawyers.
and
The
the
court
thing is-
system too, because he has
Look,
to pay
yes.
court fees and shit when he loses cases.
Dude, I'm trying to tell
That's
you.
the thing. He's not paying any of it.
He ain't
His-
paying none of it.
The only reason he's running is so people keep donating.
They keep giving him money,
Yeah.
That's his money. He's paying it. Fuck it.
but it's not coming out of his pocket directly. Let's put it that way.
Shit.
Okay.
They'll still be donating that money even if he didn't have any legal fees or wasn't running. They'll
Yeah,
still
well-
just give him money.
Oh, I know. They still be giving him money.
It's like a god to them.
So hold on. Back to I think if tapes come out like at some point in the future, like say Donald Trump Jr.
I like the way that
was
tape.
pissed at his dad, like or something like that because he wasn't given us like a vice president chair like thing, you know, like some kind of whatever. Because he looks like a spoiled brat that would do something stupid, like record his dad bitching about something without his dad knowing. You know what I'm saying? And it comes out to find out that he didn't want to win in 16. And him bitching, fuck, we were supposed to fucking lose, blah, 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 blah. The polls, blah, blah,
Who
blah,
was
blah.
supposed to lose? Trump saying this?
Yes, because
He didn't think he was going to win.
he didn't think, he only did
No
it.
one thought he was gonna.
He did it for
It was a way
publicity.
to-
It was publicity, man.
Politics is the best way to fucking funnel money.
Oh yeah.
But when you're president, you don't have power like you think you do. He thinks, you know, I'm sure he went in there thinking he could do something, and then finding out you don't have
shit.
You can't do shit.
It's got to go through other
Saying it,
people.
He lost a rep.
He thought he was the last word for everything.
Yeah, but no.
Yeah, hell no. He
So
ain't doing nothing.
But he also wanted people. That's why he he was basically back on tour as soon as he was elected. He was doing his events because he was making the money off the events.
Oh.
Knocking down big bucks.
Big
Yeah,
bucks.
everybody's like he's recampaigning
And,
already.
wait a minute, not just that.
No, he's just taking your
Not,
money.
not just that. He was making big bucks. And the places he had the rallies, he owes all of them money. He never paid for the shit.
Oh,
He owes
Lord.
all.
Hold on. I bet
All the
you.
money. Don't worry, I'll pay you later.
We'll also find out that there's kids in Africa wearing hats that say it was rigged 2016
Yeah.
because he had already planned on losing, so he had already bought the fucking shit that he was going to sell the merch when he campaigns for the next 4 years.
So he just gave it away or something.
It's a good
To the
business move,
Africans.
you know.
Well, his whole thing, like, when you drive by someone and you see 15 fucking flags that cost probably $35 to $40 a piece, and you know that the dude's got at least 15 hats, and you think about how
in
much,
his house, he's got
Yeah,
tons of shit.
dude, that Trump, all that Trump shit, some of it goes to Trump, not all of it. I think those red hats did.
Well, he's got licensing on those products.
Yeah, but there's people again.
But there's people bootlegging them,
Bootlegging
of course,
like a
without a doubt.
motherfucker.
Without a doubt, there are people bootlegging. People bootleg every motherfucking thing in this country.
Yeah. There's dudes out there selling that shit that are just, they're not even Trump fans. They just know they can get that money.
Money.
Yeah, that's all they.
They're
Yeah.
a money fan.
They're like,
Because these motherfuckers are fanatical. They'll buy anything that he sells, or they think he's selling it.
But yeah, I think he planned on, like, he just
And there's
ran-
some of the poorest motherfuckers going around, you know? The one guy lost his house.
Who?
One that,
Giving all his money to
he was
Trump.
donating so much money that he took out a,
Motherfuckers are crazy.
what do you call it?
Was he older gentleman or what? Like,
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
50s, 60s.
Chud just got, he lost tons of money to a fucking scam on Trump bucks.
Now what?
Trump bucks.
Trump bucks.
What the fuck is that?
What is it? What?
Is that like a cryptocurrency?
No, it's this fucking,
A
it was
scam.
this, they're like, they
Yeah.
used all the paranoia that he caused with the steel and all that stuff.
Stop the steal.
And he basically, this group said, well, Trump's in power and he's going to take back over, and when he does, he's going to get rid of the Federal Reserve, and these are going to be the money
Worth a lot of money.
these are going to be worth money because they'll be legal tender.
Yeah.
What? Someone bought those?
Yes.
Tons of people.
Yes.
I think something like,
Come on, bro.
I think he made something like $150 million.
No.
Yes, he did. Off of that.
Did Trump actually issue them?
I don't know. Trump.
He licensed it. Trump licensed stuff.
Yeah, but he wasn't talking to people, and Trump.
No,
actually
no,
he don't
no.
give a.
Buy
No.
my new
If you-
coin.
if
There's a company do it. No,
if
he's
you
selling.
pay-
He's selling those NFTs.
Yeah, those have been trash.
But that's what he's selling. He sells NFTs where you can buy like up to like you have to buy so many of them.
They told the guy, this guy bought a bunch of them because they told him that next year
It was going to be worth like
each one would be worth like $80,000 a piece.
yeah,
How much did they charge for them?
$1,000.
And the next year they were
like
worth
$1,000.
it any more than they,
They ain't worth shit.
still ain't worth shit.
No, they're
They're
just a
probably
piece
like
of
1 gram of silver worth $30.
not even that.
Gram of silver is.
It's probably 10.
I think a gram,
That's right. Aluminum.
a gram of silver runs
It's
around
$24 right now.
between $16 and $18.
No, it's 24
I
right
mean,
now.
he was probably selling fucking horse
An
meat
ounce,
with
an
his
ounce
fucking
of-
steaks,
An ounce.
calling it grade A.
What?
Selling horse meat. It would not surprise me if he sold like
I
ground.
heard horse meat's good, and everybody eats it all around the world.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
They need camel.
I think they do in Canada.
They have camel, you
This is
go,
not a really good. Like they take a long time to die.
Horse seems like it'd be
what takes a
too.
long time to die?
Horses,
Doesn't seem like it'd be that good.
What do you mean they take a long time to die?
they're more useful.
They live
They're
like
more
30, 40
useful
years,
as what they
don't
are than they are food.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they don't produce
Well,
enough food.
I'm totally against riding horses and all that, breaking horses. I'm against all that
Riding
shit.
them?
I'm against that.
Dude, they're so big, I don't even feel you on there, I bet.
No, man. Anytime you take an animal, and part of the training for that animal is called breaking the animal.
Breaking them.
That they break horses.
Break their will.
That's exactly what they do, man.
But they don't
Unless
care.
you're Native American, then you just whisper to the horse and it listens.
Well, Native Americans didn't have horses.
Yes, they did.
Not
Yeah, I thought we
horses
brought-
were native to America.
Right.
Horses were brought here.
Yeah.
They didn't have horses. Early Indians didn't have horses. You didn't know that? The horse was brought here from Europe.
From the Europeans.
Yeah.
I feel like
And they let a few of them go,
I feel like
and
that's one of,
they populated real quick.
I feel like that's one of
Spread
those
diseases
American
is what they
things.
did, right? Fucked up all the shit around here.
Those American facts that aren't true.
What? About horses?
I think so.
No, horses not native to America, man. I'm telling you.
Like Washington, George General Washington was a good man.
That
Slave owner.
motherfucker had 350
Yeah,
slaves.
slave owner. Didn't
That
give a
motherfucker
fuck
had
about
300. When they built,
that. Rich motherfucker, too.
yeah, they didn't have to pay for
Those are all
labor.
rich dudes.
They never had to pay for labor.
The poor dude think
Yeah, how you gonna not be rich when you got all that land and you get free labor?
Free
You
labor.
better be a dumb.
All you gotta do is buy the seed,
You gonna be rich.
and you can have them make the bricks. Even
You're either gonna be rich or a drunk.
all you need is sand and seeds.
Alcoholic or a billionaire back then.
And even after,
You were born rich if you were okay.
even after they took it freed the slaves, they still had slaves for a
That's
while.
wild.
because the slaves they didn't know how to read or write.
Yeah.
They didn't know
most
they
of
were.
them
They didn't
were
even know they were free. There was a woman. I remember this when I was younger. There was a woman in Mississippi. I think it was in. She still thought it was slavery in 1956. She still thought it was slavery.
Did she what? Stay like out on the farm?
Yeah. And nobody told her.
Yeah, but
Nobody told her slavery was over. Ain't that a bitch? That's crazy.
Small ass town, one dude could probably just be like, look, don't no one tell this one.
Because,
Everybody just said, alright, fuck it.
half of them didn't even know the language. They had to
Right.
learn the language.
they weren't allowed.
They didn't
to
know
read.
shit.
Yeah.
They didn't know shit, man. They were like, treated like cattle.
It's what?
Sleep in the fucking barn, motherfucker.
What is the one primary thing you must do when you have an enslaved person?
Say that again?
Enslave the person.
If you're enslaving someone, what is the one thing you probably should put most of your effort to making sure it doesn't happen?
To get away.
No, besides that, obviously.
I don't know.
Knowledge. They don't gain knowledge. True knowledge. More knowledge than what they need to complete the task that you need them to complete. Anything past that point starts rebellions and things of that nature.
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons they cut.
I don't understand what
Don't
you're
let them
saying.
learn nothing. Don't let them.
If you don't let-
Oh, yeah, of course.
You don't
Pretty
teach them
much,
how to
yeah,
read.
isolated
All you
shit.
do is basically, this is what you do. You don't
Well-
do anything else.
They knew how to read. They didn't know how to read in that language. Slaves weren't stupid.
No, I'm not saying
Yeah,
they were
so-
stupid, but they were.
They were stupid to the language over here.
Yeah, they had their own language.
Yeah, they had their own,
From
they
back home.
made them stop communicating in their own language.
Well,
So somebody tells you, you just speak English, motherfucker, we're gonna cut your foot off. And you didn't do it, and they cut your motherfucking foot off. And they came and told you, all right, motherfucker, you got 6 months to learn English, or we're gonna cut your other foot off. And if you didn't learn it, they cut his other foot off. It's crazy. It was crazy evil motherfuckers, wasn't it?
That's probably George Washington. He had to set an example for
Oh,
all these
believe
other
me,
slaves he had.
George Washington was beating the shit out of them and fucking them.
his death is something crazy too.
Well, how he died?
He was sick, and the doctors that kept on coming just basically drained him of blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, he kept doing the wrong
They
shit.
believed back then if you drain the blood, the disease would go away.
Yeah, take
And they
the
just,
blood.
for
And they
a
kept
week,
doing it.
they just basically, a different doctor would come and just drain
Just
him.
keep
and
doing
empty,
it.
And he just had no blood left. But he was sick. He probably was going to die anyway.
That motherfucker had horse teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They weren't wooden teeth, they were horse
Dude,
teeth.
the dude did this comedy routine on this. He goes, you can see him
Yeah, they're in the museum.
in the museum.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
that's how it ends. It's
Yeah,
not
it's
start
Smithsonian.
that way, it ends that way.
In the Smithsonian. I saw 'em.
Here?
Yeah, in the Smithsonian Museum in Washington, D.C.
Oh, okay. I was
Yeah,
about to say,
they're on display.
I've never been there.
Yeah, they're on display. Oh,
There's a whole bunch
it's
of them.
huge.
No, there's
It
like
took me
five.
it took me a week to see everything in their museum. A whole week.
Which one?
The Smithsonian.
There's like 5 of them.
Yeah, it's a complex. It's several buildings.
Man, that's just wild. I've been there too.
There's several buildings.
Yeah, one of
So-
these days.
It's a lot of shit.
That's the only thing.
Well, I was
wanted to
born there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's where I'm from.
say. I was
And
born.
then I went back and lived there from 82 to 86. Then I moved back here. Washington, D.C. is an evil town.
Oh, back in the 80s and 90s.
It still is. It always is.
That shit blew my mind.
The
The people
politician-
on the fucking street playing the drums with like garbage cans and shit, and they were good as fuck. I was
Yeah,
like,
they,
damn.
they take those Home Depot 5-gallon
Yeah, they had
and they turn them
garbage
upside
cans,
down and they play them.
buckets, all kind of shit.
All kind of metal, yeah, all kind of shit.
Dude, they were actually really good.
And they
I
could
was
jam.
like, this is crazy. And you know, I was only like 8 years old, maybe 10 or something. I don't know. But it was like
Washington D.C. is a weird town, especially back then. The only time I ever was involved in a robbery. Was in Washington, D.C. I walked into a liquor store to get me some pop. I was on my way home. And I walked in. When I walked in, I saw a black dude standing behind the counter with an Asian dude. When I walked in. And when I walked in, I was reaching in my pocket. Said, see which pocket my money was in. And the guy said, take your hands out your pocket. Which I thought was strange. I looked back. What the fuck is he talking about? And I went to get my pop. On my way back, I looked over the counter. He had a gun up to the guy's head. The black dude had a gun up to the Asian dude's head. And so I grabbed a couple of cans. Because I didn't know where he was going to come back there for. He knew I was in the store. If I heard a gunshot, I was going to hit that motherfucker in the head with one of them big ass cans. But, yeah, he got the money he booked. I came back out and the guy said, oh, thank you, man. I think you would have killed me if you wasn't in here. I want you to wait for the police. I said, no, dude, I don't want to get involved in this shit. And I booked. But that was scary to see that.
Weren't you scary booking, though? Because then he could have been like, what if they picked you?
What? Who picked me?
Because you said it was a black man. Was he not taller than you? Or was he the same height? Did he have hair? No hair?
He was tall, but I can vaguely.
Now you're gonna grab him.
Yeah, like guy? You're a tall black man.
Well, when they took me back to the store, the guy was telling me it wasn't me.
Good
yeah, but yeah, it was crazy, man. And then I was at my apartment, and I was looking at a big, huge picture window. Look at that wall over there, all glass, and it looked out on the street, Massachusetts Avenue. And there was a gas station across the street and a bus stop. So I was sitting in my window smoking a joint, watch the traffic go by and shit. So I saw this guy walking. He had long dreads, but he was all raggedy looking. And he had a guitar case and he sat it down. And I'm looking at him. I'm up 4 stories looking down. And then he was looking around all weird. And he opened it up. And there was a fucking rifle with a scope on it.
Oh my god!
And I saw it, and I was like, "Oh fuck, what is this guy doing?"
Oh man!
Now we're 11 blocks from the White House.
Oh,
we're only 11 blocks from the White House, and so I got on the phone immediately and called, and they came out. I watched it from up there. They came.
You probably saved the president's life.
They
right
came
there.
From every direction. Yeah, cars pulled up like a motherfucker.
Who was president?
Dude just saved the president's life.
This was in the 80s.
So Reagan or Bush?
Yeah, Reagan was
I think it was
late 80s or early 80s?
It was both of them.
Oh, in between both?
Yeah,
Okay, so
yeah.
Either one of them,
Christ.
you should have let it happen.
Well, you always see
What the hell?
the Secret Service and the president go by when you're that close to the White House. You always see them, But yeah, I'll never forget that shit, man. I was like, what the fuck?
Most people in their lives, that's how much life Rudy has lived, would lead with that.
Right.
For the rest of their fucking lives.
We known you like 10 years, you never even told that story.
No, never even thought about
No,
it.
I didn't. Yeah.
So many other
Oh,
stories.
I see some crazy shit, dude. I
Good
see some
God.
crazy fucking shit.
Yeah, saved the president's life.
Or a senator, or a judge.
Or anybody.
Yeah.
I mean,
Could have been just like because there was in Washington.
He couldn't have got close to the White House, though, from the way he looked. They would have spotted him. Or they would have spotted him immediately.
Dude, there were tons of bums when I was out there in D.C. I was like, what the fuck is all these homeless people? Like, I didn't see that here because I didn't go, in Detroit or nothing.
Yeah.
Well, even in Detroit compared to like other places,
My dad didn't let me go to Detroit.
Washington was a weird place, though, because you got people coming from all over the world, from all kinds of countries. Because one day, I didn't have a car there, because cabs are real cheap, super cheap. So I went to the show, to the movies, and I was coming back home. It was a park not far from my house, and I saw what looked like a structure you would see in Africa, like a little hut that somebody had built
Grass hut.
in the park. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit, right?
Oh, in the parking lot?
So the next day I walked by there, and it was an African dude.
Oh, shit.
dressed up in some primal type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Set up shop.
yeah.
Like, fuck this, I live here now.
That was
He
crazy.
must not have lasted long. Cops come
No,
back,
he
that
no,
motherfucker,
yeah,
like,
he didn't last long. No, he wasn't there
You better
long.
go to the church or something.
Yeah, he wasn't there long. It was crazy though, you know. And it was a lady, an old lady, slept in front of the White House. This went on for 20 years. It was this old lady that slept on the warming grates outside the White House every night for about 20 years.
Get out of here.
No, I'm serious. And everybody knew about her.
They let her?
Yeah, they let her.
Damn. Really?
Yeah, for a long, maybe it wasn't 20 years, but it was definitely at least 10, I'm sure of.
There'd be a documentary made about her, I bet.
Yeah, it was on the news and everything, you know.
Crazy bitch sleep out in the White House.
You getting ready to hook some shit up, huh?
You know it.
Yeah. But Washington was a fun city.
Dude.
Lot of fun.
I was so high yesterday, I thought the fucking game was a playoff game.
Oh, you did?
All the way up until it about started. It's like all day I was all hyped, like, yeah, playoffs. And I'm
You
like,
had to be angry, huh?
I was looking at the TV, I'm like, it ain't saying playoffs, no fucking where. And they're talking about other games after this. I'm like, damn, this probably ain't playoffs. I had to fucking Google it.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, it's not the playoffs.
I thought Green Bay was our last game, like almost every year.
Yeah, but they changed everything.
No, it's the way it works is they play a divisional game
Yeah.
every year. So it could be, it doesn't matter who, they rotate it.
Yeah, it
So
could be the Bears, it could be...
Yeah, but
you
you're going
know,
to play a divisional opponent.
for the very end.
Well, you have to.
Yeah, you need that shit. Well,
Now, especially if they're tied.
It's just because they hope, there's still, both of them are both still in the race.
Yeah.
yeah.
There was a lot of ties this year.
Because there are some big games that are going to be happening in
Starting-
2018 because of it.
Starting tomorrow,
There's a
huh?
good change.
Was it
Today,
tonight?
right now.
Oh, yeah. Who does Michigan play? Tomorrow or today?
Tomorrow.
Monday?
Yeah.
Rose Bowl, is it?
Yeah. Whichever. The Pasadena one.
You think they're going to win?
I don't know.
You don't watch that?
Who are they playing? Is it Alabama?
Yeah, Alabama.
Ooh, them southern schools are motherfuckers.
It's going to be tough.
More motherfuckers go to the NFL from southern schools than northern schools. Almost twice as many more.
Yes.
Hmm.
It's because they all come from like a couple schools because that's how the system was set up. If you only need
System or the simulation?
the
There you go.
simulation.
There you
Think
go.
about it in this sense. If you want to get in the NFL, the best chances are to play on a fucking team that's going to be at least trying for the championship every year.
Yeah, because you get more notoriety.
Right. And Alabama is
But-
always trying, so why wouldn't you go to Alabama?
But when you're a bad motherfucker, it doesn't make any difference what school you went to.
Yeah, like Barry Sanders did. I'm going to go to Oklahoma State. Fuck Oklahoma.
Yeah, but back in the day, Oklahoma State was a big school.
No, they weren't.
Yeah, they were.
No, not nowhere near what they are now. It's like Oklahoma was a big deal in that thing.
No,
That's
they
like
both
Michigan
were.
versus Michigan State, dude.
But
Yeah, Michigan State's
still
okay, but Michigan's a fucking giant like Oklahoma is. I guess if you're comparing a giant to anyone, the other one is still, I guess,
Yeah, a top flight school or whatever it is.
they ain't that bad.
But
Because you're comparing them to the best.
I think I think Michigan has more alumni than any other school.
For the NFL,
Yeah, for period.
Yeah, so many people.
More people have went
they're the oldest.
that school than any other college or university. They have more alumni than anybody, and more famous alumni than any other school.
Yeah, they do have a crazy amount of famous alumni. There's so many people you're like, don't even think about it, and they're like, I went to Michigan.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
I'd say at least half of my friends went to Michigan, maybe more. Michigan and Michigan State. And a lot of them go to Eastern Michigan too. Although they're not big as a sports school. I think they're more of an agricultural school.
Ooh, state?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I said Eastern.
But Michigan is more of a.
You know, I meant Eastern.
Oh, Eastern?
Yeah, Eastern Michigan.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah. It's more of an agricultural school.
But Michigan State's an agricultural school.
Yeah. Well, I never went to none of those higher learning places, so
Really?
I could give a shit.
Could not tell.
I don't give a shit. Oh, you can tell.
At least you graduated, right?
For what?
High school?
Oh, yeah. Not when I should have, but yeah.
How many years extra did you take?
Couple. Because I quit and then came back. Well, you're rolling a dude. Turmeric?
Yep.
I know that stuff. I take that stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. In the powder form, just like he's got. I go to Hamtramck and get mine.
In capsules?
No.
Oh, you take a spoonful?
Yeah.
Hardcore, dude.
I'm used to it now.
What do you mean you take a spoonful?
That's what I said. I take a spoonful.
Fucking hardcore.
Like the powder?
Yeah.
Like I just had right there and dumped in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And drink some apple juice or
What the fuck?
grape juice behind it. I've been doing it for years.
Apple cider vinegar behind it. Fuck.
I do it for years. I got turmeric
Where do you get your turmeric?
in Hamtramck.
Okay, you
There's several stores in Hamtramck.
Yeah, you gotta go to a fucking. You gotta go to an ethnic store for sure.
Yeah.
Because that's where you can buy it like bulk, cheap as fuck.
They have a whole area. It's nothing but spices
Oh, I
and
know, I got them.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
We went there the other day and bought fucking. So this right here, like I can get this much grand onion. This was like $6, $7, right?
Yeah.
In the store, this would be $15. You go to a fucking thing, this much of any of the spices, $5,
Yep.
maybe 4,
Yep.
depending on the spice.
Yeah, you just don't get a fancy container.
No, you get a bag,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then you have to put it in a jar.
Put it in your own fucking container.
It's just like the lentils. Like
Yeah, the bag's there. I tear a bag off. Yeah, the little scoop thing. I scoop what I want. Take it to the front.
That's
I mean,
dope.
And they weigh it. Sometimes he doesn't weigh it though. He just look at it.
so like lentils and beans and stuff like that. You go there, you get a fucking bag that's like fucking humongous.
I get I get
$6.
beans and lentils for free.
Really?
Yeah, I got bags of them at home.
Dried lentils?
Yeah,
Brown?
yeah.
I have 2 of them. I'm making split chickpeas.
I have chickpeas too.
Chickpea soup.
No, it's masal dal. No, chana dal. That's what they call it.
Yeah,
But it's just the innards of a split pea split in half.
yeah.
Like a red lentils, the innards of a lentil split in half. So I take this, boil it to shit, and then when it's done boiling,
Did you make? I could make hummus. I could make hummus.
Mhm.
I was
make some
thinking.
pretty good hummus.
I was thinking about making some.
Fuck, man. Yeah, that'd be good. Some fresh fucking hummus. Some good ass lemon juice.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take some chickpeas and actually.
You can be getting some special lemons down there and shit too?
Where?
At the spice spot.
Oh
They got any fruit?
No, I mean you can find them and they have some, but you want to go there for like. Who knows? I don't because they get a lot of stuff's in different languages, like the frozen.
Yeah, you'd have to ask for help and shit.
Yeah.
I don't mind doing that.
Not when I go to, is it in Arabic and English?
No, I'm talking like the meats and the frozen stuff. You go and look in the freezer, like
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
all
this shit.
pre-packaged and only one language.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it's stuff from their country, like
Yeah.
samosas. That shit, I know what that is because it's a samosa, but it's like I thought they would be. I could bake them, but you're supposed to fry them.
You can't do both.
I don't know.
Did
I think
try
you do
baking them?
both.
I'll try bake them. should try a big one.
Fuck it, try one at least.
Are they microwavable?
No. I don't think they're microwavable.
It's a pouch.
Hmm?
It's a pouch. What is it? A pouch with
Yeah.
something inside?
Yeah, it's like a little fucking...
Yeah.
If they're cooked, then they can be baked. But if they're not cooked, if I pull them out and they look like they're raw, then they have to be fried because they're a fried dough.
My taste for meat is falling off. I've noticed over the last couple of years, I don't eat as much meat as I used to.
I'm the same way. I used to love meat, and I'm just like, fuck all that. Just give me the sides.
Yeah,
Give me some potatoes.
I've never been a steak
corn.
person.
yeah.
I
Well, I
don't
used
like
to-
steaks so much.
I used to have at least one steak a month. There was a couple of steakhouses I could go to. In fact, I worked at one of them, but there was a couple of steakhouses that once a month I'd go have me a nice big thick piece of steak with a baked potato and salad. They had those garlic potatoes. Oh, ooh, that shit was good. Expensive, but good. I can't imagine what that shit costs now.
What?
A
$100.
steak dinner.
Oh, I can tell you. I just did steakhouse there. They had a Wagyu for $89.
What the fuck?
A Wagyu.
Wagyu,
Yeah.
What was only 10 ounces and shit?
bone on, porter chop or bone on.
How? Yeah. What
What was the cheapest?
what was the weight on that though? Was it? Is it a big?
$39. It might have been for the tenderloin. $39, I think.
Yeah, and that's only like a 10 ounce.
Probably less. Probably 8.
Yeah, probably 8.
Probably less.
But that's fancy. I
Yeah,
don't
so
eat
if you're there, you
steakhouses.
might as well get the $89 one. Fuck the cheapest one. It's that
Yeah,
one.
because the Wagyu is real Wagyu.
Yeah.
Not real Wagyu. It's Wagyu, but not.
Yeah.
That shit from Japan's like way more expensive than that. You gotta
Yeah,
charge
it
like
is.
$1,000
Yeah,
for that
it's
shit.
not
It is.
real rare. It's
No.
the American version.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but that's
I worked
still
at a
better.
steakhouse. I worked at a steakhouse, and believe me, some of them cuts weren't what they were selling. They were different cuts,
Yeah, like these people ain't gonna notice. Fuck it.
and because most people don't,
Yeah, no.
they couldn't tell you one from the
Those
other.
rich people ain't gonna give a fuck.
And they weren't selling tomahawks and shit like that, you know. That fucking truck would come in the morning with all that meat. I had to unload that shit. That I had to put it in the freezers. 32 ounce, 18 ounce, 24 ounce.
Be freezing.
Poor
Yep.
Rudy.
Yep. And wait a minute. I had to do that. Had to help unload in the morning, put the shit up. Then I had to go up and fire up the ovens and shit. And then cook steaks for about 4 hours. And I mean,
Rudy.
and wait a minute. No, this place was a non-stop. It was always full. You had to wait to get a table.
Hell yeah.
So you were
You
humping,
Never stop.
never stop.
No breaks.
You get your little half-hour lunch.
That's it.
Well, they're supposed to give you 2 breaks before lunch and 2
Yeah,
after
they're
lunch.
like,
But-
all that.
But you get so far behind, you know.
You didn't want to take a break.
No, you didn't, man. And that motherfucker was paying as little as he possibly could.
Yeah, minimum wage.
And making money like a motherfucker.
Where is that? Detroit?
Yeah. He opened another one. I can't remember what the other one was. What is it called? It's right up, it's still open over there. It's on Gratiot. Between 6 and 7 Mile.
I was down there.
What is the name of it? I can't remember the name of that joint. I'm high.
That dude's still alive, you think?
Huh?
The dude's still alive or just his family's running it?
Oh. It's family, I'm sure. Unless they sold it to somebody, but I don't think they did because it still has the same name.
What does?
steakhouse.
The steakhouse I used to work at
Oh,
on Gratiot between 6 and 7 Mile. What the fuck was the name of that
6 or
place?
7 miles.
Capers.
It's
It's called Capers.
I think I've been on Gratiot between 6 and 7 miles maybe 5 times in my life. That area over there, Gratiot.
Yeah.
So I did a house, right? Back in the day, ER. And, hold on, I gotta check my...
Well, you say you did a house. What do you mean you did a house? You fucked the house?
Yes, I fucked the house, dude. I walked up to the back of the house, I found the
Stick
fucking
right in.
tailpipe, and I ran the fuck out of it.
He had to dry the house for emergency restoration.
No, it was a fire, actually. So, the way this fire worked out was, the lady that was living downstairs had the fire. Okay, and she was renting the downstairs, and it was a old Detroit house, kind of like what you have, but
Two family?
2 family because it had been split. But the upstairs wasn't one family. It was actually like it was weird because when you walked up, you walked in and there was a dining room, the kitchen, and then 3 bedrooms. No real living room in the whole thing. It was just 3 bed. Like
This is the upstairs?
yes,
Yeah, because upstairs is always smaller than the downstairs.
Yeah.
In most of those houses.
downstairs had a full setup. It was
Right.
bedrooms, the whole 9 yards.
Right.
So, the bottom had been burnt the fuck out to the point where it was gutted, and we were going in there and we were cleaning what we can off the studs and stuff. The studs were staying. That's how bad it was.
Right.
So we're cleaning the studs so we can spray them and stuff like that. Then we have to go upstairs and we have to clean the upstairs. Well, the upstairs was... I don't know how to explain it. I'm assuming all 3 people that were living there were paying separate rents. You know what I'm saying? And the one dude was like, made us leave his room, brought some dude in, and then left. After the guy, was in there for 10 minutes and then left. We have to clean everything. So we have to pull everything out from underneath the bed. We're pulling everything out. Just heroin needles and fucking heroin. So I'm assuming he did a deal. The area just freaked me out. Kniff and Gratiot area.
Kniff.
There's white
and
people living there.
No.
Kniff and Gratiot.
There
Okay,
was-
I know what you're talking about.
No, there wasn't white people.
Oh, they're white in my mind.
No.
Fucking heroin addicts.
No, it was a black guy that was selling the heroin. It was a white guy that actually bought it. You're right. I think. I don't remember exactly. But that could be...
How long ago was this?
This was 10.
See, back
12
then
years
that
ago.
was a mixed neighborhood.
That's what I was
You-
thinking.
you
Because
still
at
have-
this point and all
You
that.
still have some whites that
All
still
the
lived
rich
over that
fuckers
area.
go down
15.
there.
Mostly older ones.
Oh, the older? Okay.
They own their
Never-
house.
Yeah,
They
never
ain't going nowhere till they die.
left. Hell yeah.
But, yeah. That was... That house right there... Just because the whole neighborhood was... There was one house on the
Freaked
block.
you out
Yeah, the
seeing
one...
heroin shit.
And it was the first time I'd been in a neighborhood like that. Because, again, I grew up in Holly. I didn't come down here very often. It was only
Yeah.
when I got,
You were-
booted out the house in Oak Park.
So for you, this is some movie shit right here.
It is. Because, again...
I'm in Detroit finding
Can
heroin
Plus,
needles.
plus all the
Hold on, Kniff. Hello, I'm Ken Kniff from Connecticut. I think about Eminem and how, you know what I'm saying, there's a reason he used that fucking name, because it's not a
Yeah,
good place to
street
go.
name.
It's where you went when you wanted drugs.
Yeah.
If you lived on 8 Mile, you went to Kniff for drugs usually.
Kniff.
Nah, they would go right across there.
Well, I don't know, he just used Kniff as a name. I guess maybe
I-
not.
I don't
In my
think-
head, that's
I
how
don't
I...
know if Kniff goes to 8 Mile.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, I
They're
don't think
parallel.
so. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying you come down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not far.
No. But still, it's a different world than where the fuck I was living.
It's out in kind of like the country.
Because I had done some houses in Detroit, but they were on the west side. They were in neighborhoods that were like yours,
Decent.
that were
Yeah.
nice.
Believe
Maybe
me.
one house that was burnt out, but the rest of them were all
I-
normal.
when me and my partner used to rehab houses, we rehabbed a lot of houses. And slum lord investors would send us to horrible neighborhoods.
Oh man, yeah, but they'll buy a house anyway.
Houses were horrible. Oh, when I say horrible, I mean
Shit.
you wouldn't live in that.
Like a
I wouldn't
house.
live in it. It was, but people were living there, and they were
Throw 'em out?
they were tearing the house all up and shit. And he'd put them out, and 9 months later he'd be calling us. You need to go over there to.
Same house.
We said, wait a minute, dude, didn't we just redo that house? He said, yeah, they tore the house up. But he was a slumlord. Then he tried to get us to do it for as cheap as possible. You know, all that dumb shit. I told my partner, I said, man, I don't want to work for no more slumlords. And the neighborhood would be, you know, I'd have to carry my pistol every day when I went to work.
Really?
Yeah, because I didn't, you know, there's a lot of despicable looking motherfuckers walking around.
You still have that
Steal
pistol?
your tools and shit.
Yeah.
How long you had it?
18 years.
Huh.
Dun, dun, dun.
When did you first buy a gun? Do you think in your life?
When I was about,
Happy New Year, Todd.
Happy New Year, dude. When I was about 40 years old, I had,
Damn, that late in life?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That late? I have yet to buy one.
I've owned a gun since I was like 7.
I mean,
Grandpa sent it to me in the mail.
there was a gun in my father's house, and I knew where it was, but I didn't have the gun personally myself.
yeah. I mean, my grandpa bought me a gun too when I was a kid, but he kept it in Florida, and it was a little .22.
Yeah.
But I have never bought a gun. I had my grandfather's gun. Someone gave it to me.
I was buying guns at like 17 and shit. 16.
Dude, I didn't have anywhere to.
I wasn't even thinking about guns back then.
Shotguns.
I wasn't even thinking about a
I'm
gun.
selling drugs.
I was thinking about, I was too, but I was lucky because I was selling weed and peyote and mushrooms and shit like that. I was selling that shit to people who were like middle class type people.
Oh, right. They would never rob you.
When I lived in a really bad neighborhood, I wasn't fucking with no drugs.
Yeah, 40 or
I didn't
something.
even know
You
what
don't-
drugs was.
You don't want to sell to fucking crackheads.
Yeah, you do. I mean, if you're a drug dealer,
No, I know, but
that's
you
your
have to
dream.
risk. If you, yeah, but
They be back every hour.
Yeah, you damn right.
yeah, I know. Otis used to tell me the stories about dealing crack on the fucking.
Yo, your gun, though, that your grandpa's, you still got that, right?
Yeah.
That thing was like an ancient antique, wasn't it?
No, it's a fucking.
I remember it being like heavy and like old.
It is. It's
Is it
a.
over under or something?
It's a what?
Over
Under.
Double barrel or something?
No,
like
no, no. It's a rifle. It's a fucking hunting rifle.
Oh, it's a rifle.
It's an 8mm Mauser.
Oh, it was a
that?
Mauser.
Mauser,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, Mausers are,
That thing is heavy. I think I remember it being
but
heavy.
Mausers are known to be really good weapons.
Uh huh. Oh yeah, it's just
Yeah,
finding the
real
ammo
loud.
is not easy. And
Yeah,
on top of that,
8mm
you got to
is
go
tough.
to specific rifle ranges to use it. You can't.
Yeah,
go
you can't
fucking
use it anywhere.
anywhere else down
No.
here.
Use it outside anywhere you want.
You can, but
Yeah, you can.
it would probably be a bad idea to shoot it in the back of this yard. Like you can't shoot a
hell
gun
You
here
could
either.
need a good backstop. Yeah, it's not legal.
Yeah, you have to have a basically a fucking mountain to shoot into.
Just a hill
Yeah.
or a tree.
Believe me, it'll be people
Big
shooting.
tree.
It'll be people shooting all kinds of shit up in the air
Oh yeah.
tonight. Oh fuck yeah!
You can shoot.
It's not as bad as it used to be. I'm gonna tell you
Those
something.
things go like 2 miles. You shoot it toward fucking 8 Mile. It'll land in Detroit.
Oh, people shoot up in the air.
Yeah, even then it's gonna still come
Come
down.
back down.
Of course I know that.
But the wind's gonna push it.
Of course I know it's gonna come back
Couple
down.
of
It's gonna come,
No.
it's gonna come back down.
Yeah.
No, depending if it gets the
Yeah.
right jet stream, it's not. It's
What
not
are
a
you
lot of
talking about
wind.
jet stream? It only go like. It don't go that high. Oh.
Well, but I mean, it's lost its momentum. It could still harm you.
Oh yeah, because it's fully. It's
It can still harm
bringing
you,
back
but it's
only
lost
going
some
like
momentum.
200 yards, 300 yards up there.
Yeah.
Come back down.
I just
But-
don't think it's a smart.
But it's just a pellet coming back down. It's not like a whole. Yeah.
Those that's the dangerous part.
But it's not coming down with the velocity that it went up there with. I'm not saying it won't hurt you. It will hurt you. It could possibly kill you. But yeah, the chances are slim.
I'm gonna stay in the house.
It doesn't have the
Just
velocity.
in case.
Yeah.
I've been driving to Detroit when that shit was maybe 5 or 6 times.
It was raining down on you.
No, but I mean,
AK-47.
no, but
Choo.
yeah, dude. Let me tell you,
Sound like golf balls hitting your truck.
you hear that? That should be loud, man. If you're outside, that shit is loud.
Yeah.
And a few years ago, it was unbelievable.
Now a lot of people just fireworks.
I say 10 years ago. No, I say 15 years ago.
Yeah, 15, 20
It was
years
like
ago.
Vietnam.
89, 90 and
That
shit.
shit was like Vietnam,
Bro.
dude. And it would go on for about an hour.
We could hear it from
Boom! Boom! Pow! Pow! Pow!
for real.
For hours.
I lived where? What year? Oh no, I was.
It's 89, between like
Oh, in the
87 and 92,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
thinking he's talking about.
Oh,
'Cause that's
fuck
when my
yeah.
dad was doing it. He'd be out back shooting his
Oh
guns
yeah,
forever.
everybody was doing it.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kid then. I don't know what that shit.
I've never done it.
Dude, it was crazy.
I've never done it. I think about doing that. I said, no, fuck that. I mean, I don't want to waste the ammo.
Shit, I might have done it once.
I might need that ammo one day, so no, I don't want to waste ammo.
Yeah, no doubt. That was always my thing. Like, that's a waste of ammo. What
It
are
is.
y'all doing?
I was buying weed from this guy. This was about 91, 92. I was buying weed from this guy. And this guy always had a lot of weed at his house. He was a guitar player too. And, we got kind of tight. And I'd go over there and hang out sometimes. And one day he tells me, come here, man. And I go over there, and he's got like a whole closet full of weed. Must have been 100 pounds. Close to it. And I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? And he was so blatant about letting people know he had weed and shit like that. And I kept telling him, man, you shouldn't let a lot of people.
You're gonna get robbed. I would think this motherfucker's a cop.
So wait a minute, check this out.
Yeah, that's the first thought in my head. I'm like, it's a cop.
No, he's not a cop.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, so
Tell me it's gonna get robbed.
so I ran out of weed. It was the next morning after the New Year's, and I ran out of weed. So I called him. I said, "Hey man, Sonny man, can I come pick up a bag?" He said, "Yeah man, come on." I pull up to his house, and on his front porch, in the steps, were so many shell casings. I had to move them out of the way
To walk up the stairs.
to walk up the fucking stairs. I
That's
said,
some movie shit right
and
there.
I'm like, God damn, man, what happened? He said, I was just celebrating New Year's Eve.
Oh, okay.
Check this out. So about 3 weeks go by, and I'm looking at TV, and he's on the news. The ATF raided his house,
Shootout.
and he had 100 weapons. I didn't even know he had one until that New Year's Eve.
Right.
They would bring the weapons out of his house, man, like a motherfucker.
What the fuck they care if we got
Automatic weapons. Yeah, they were automatic
So what?
weapons,
Nigga,
Well, back then,
just you goddamn
I think back then there was a ban on him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Back then there was a ban on him.
Right.
Yeah.
He went
I
to
think
jail.
Bush got rid of the ban. Or some shit.
He went to jail for about 3 or 4 years.
Just for having illegal guns.
So, this guy, before I even met you, I think, we did a job at ER in condos up in fucking, they're not condos, they're apartments up on 59 in the Quinder.
Okay.
Right there's these hidden apartments that are up behind the Audi dealership or whatever. So, dude below him, his fucking dryer catches fire, which causes an issue in the one above where the guy is. The fucking fire department showed up and was taking care of shit, and while they were taking care of shit, they called the cops because there was fucking guns. Like,
They found,
it was like a big story on the TV because they'd found he was a gun dealer, so there's just guns like you would see weed in the weed dealer's house. Like it was just ridiculous. Yeah, and on top of that, he had stolen a fucking a bulletproof vest, night vision goggles.
Oh shit!
Something else from.
He was ready for war
from the back of a cop car.
Oh, that takes some nerve right there.
They found that shit. So we're cleaning out this place, right? And what we're supposed to do is just take everything and throw it away, because.
You got to handle all the guns? Or no, the cops took
No, guns did all. They did all the guns and stuff. Cops went through and took care of anything that was illegal.
Weapons.
So what we got to do is we just got to kind of like write some shit down, because we got to write it down, because the people are gonna get it. Like the girlfriend's gonna get it. Cause it's not her shit, and shit still has to be replaced. So
write it down for the insurance company. Yeah. Make record of everything.
Make a record.
Throwing around or whatever you're taking or whatever. Yeah.
We're going through shit. I'm going through the kitchen. I flip some things. I move a box. Oh shit! A little stack of money.
No way. Finding money?
You said a stack of money.
I go in the bathroom, count that bitch, $1,000.
That's the stack.
I was like, "Yep,
that's a stack."
Let's forget this ever happened.
Yeah, it never happened.
So, we did a hoarder's house one time too.
A hoarder?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this was at a crazy place. This was up like you wouldn't expect it where it was. It was 17 Mile in Woodward. So Square Lake, not Square Lake. What's it? It is.
Well, yeah.
Long Lake.
Long Lake.
Long Lake.
Long Lake. Yeah.
On the west side. So,
okay.
You know, these houses are like, I think Aretha Franklin had a house.
It's Birmingham, dude. That's rich folk.
Yeah, rich as fuck.
Yeah.
It was just a ranch.
Yeah.
It was
they have moderate small houses out there, though.
Yeah, like a normal ranch, but it had like a 4-car garage, but it was a 4-car where it had 2 here, 2 here. So they stacked them. When you open the here, it was to the top. To the point where it wouldn't fall out.
Oh, the hoarder shit?
Yeah, there was so much shit. Because what he would do is he was a drunk.
Wow.
And he would go around the neighborhood and just grab the
collect
trash
shit.
And to bring it home. And then he would do it naked. Like he had a real issue. And then because we had to do the bio too. I didn't do the bio, but someone did the bio. We all got that. That's one of the reasons we got the clean out, because we did the bio.
Okay.
7 40-yard dumpsters.
Wow.
To the top.
7.
Wow.
He had a trail.
To walk through.
We walked through.
In the house.
And a trail went to the bathroom, to the toilet, which didn't work. And then it went to the bed, which was half the bed was liquor bottles.
God damn.
The other half, like where he could sleep, he had a spot where he could lay down. And it packed all around. We found $250,000 worth of bear bonds.
Damn.
Some kind of bond thing.
Yeah.
But that's what they were looking for. The people that were doing it, the daughter knew that her father.
They knew it was there somewhere.
We also found I think we found $2,000 or $3,000, maybe $5,000, something like that, in cash, hidden throughout the house. My buddy kept a little bit, and then gave everyone a little shh, here you go. But he still handed over $5,000 worth of cash.
Yeah. Wow.
There was rats.
Oh, I'm sure all kind of shit
Little
was
mice
living in there.
running around, living in their own world.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
It took us a while to do that, bitch.
I bet it did.
We were there in mass a lot. It was gross, dude.
There for months.
2 months, I think.
Yeah.
2 months just. And I had 5-6 people just hauling shit.
Just hauling shit out.
Because it was on the backyard too. When you walked into so this garage is packed with garbage, but this one here is actually got a path that comes through, but it's stacked to the top with milk crates.
Damn.
Full of cans. From the 90s.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
Again, when I say the 90s, this was in 2004. So it was 10, 15-year-old cans.
Was it pop cans?
No, cans of green beans and food.
Oh.
Food
cans.
Food cans and shit. Some, and other stuff. But it was organized mess.
Yeah.
Stacked to the top.
Damn.
Oh, yeah. It was quite the experience.
Yeah, that hoarding thing is a weird thing.
That's the worst one I seen. He died right fucking walked in, fell over, and died.
Yeah.
Or tried to leave and die because they had to remove a bunch of shit right there at the door. Because I'm sure they found him days later.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
They had to kill, because, you know, there's a big white spot. Because, you know, you got stains kills it. You got to kill that shit after you clean it.
Yeah.
You can't just leave cement there.
That's
With brain
crazy.
goo and shit leaking on it. Because it was the summertime, too. It wasn't no fucking... God, I'm glad I don't do that shit no more. I seen ER the other day.
I see them bitches all the time.
I am so surprised. You know he went to jail, right?
Who?
JD?
Oh, yeah, for that thing. I didn't know he went to jail.
24 months.
I knew he was getting in trouble for it.
No, he got 24 months.
What did he do?
Ripped
Bribed.
off the
No, he
schools.
bribed. He bribed the city councilman to give them all the jobs, or somebody that was in the city. He bribed them to get jobs for the schools.
How did he get caught?
I don't know.
Somebody told.
Yeah.
JD did went to jail?
Uh-huh.
I gotta tell Sarah, I'm gonna forget about Chexter and shit.
Yeah. JD went to fucking prison.
Bro, she's gonna be like,
For how long?
surprised.
2
2
years.
years. But then he'll probably be in there longer because
No, unless he do something wrong, he
No, he
won't.
ain't gonna do nothing
He'll get
wrong.
out. He probably
Actually,
do about
he might
9.
get out early.
He might do about 9 months.
He might get out early due to
Yeah,
the fact
sure,
that
they might let him get
he's
out
got
early.
MS.
Like I said, he'll probably end up doing.
But he'll be
about 9
on fucking
months.
house arrest then.
Because
Going
that's
to
a
jail.
low violence crime.
How much money do you think he made off that contract though?
Oh, I'm sure there's fines.
The lawyer, fines, and the lawyer took all that money.
No, I mean, how much did they make off
They had
the...
to pay restitution or something.
I'm saying, because...
But still, what do you think?
We
it was?
gave this dude-
couple 100,000?
No,
Not that much.
more.
Oh, for real?
Fuck yeah, it was a school
Jesus
contract, bro.
Christ.
They jacked the shit. It's like an airport contract.
That's why he bribed.
Of course.
The money was so good.
No, it's because he's always done that.
Greedy bastard.
When we were first starting out, before he bought this dude, because there's a company called Mimic, and they used to have they used to be a smaller company. Now I think they got bought by somebody, so they're part of something. But when they were a smaller company, a lot of the insurance adjusters were friends with JD because they just knew him. Because JD grew up in St. Clair Shores with all the rich kids who had nothing else to do, that had no talent. So they just become insurance adjusters.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And they just basically would bribe out. We did a job. We did a attic of a garage with a fucking CO2 blaster. I charged them $9,985 because it could not go to 10.
Right.
But I had to get it as close as I could. Mm-hmm. And we literally, I watched my dude. I made my dude just sit up in the fucking attic for 20 minutes pretending like he was spraying. Just so it looked like we did something.
You're right.
You were supposed to clean the beams.
The dude
So-
got-
It was a quick job.
You know what we got for that? What we had to pay for that? We gave him fucking headers for his fucking car.
Wow.
They ordered headers, had them shipped to the shop. He showed up a couple days later, picked them up. That's JD. He's been doing that forever. That's how ARS became what it is, because his life has been coke dealing.
Yeah.
He was a coke dealer. And when you're a coke dealer, you build connections to powerful people back then,
Yeah.
in the 80s especially.
Yeah.
He owned. There was a video store in Clawson over there by on
Family Video?
14 Mile. No, it was
Oh, Mom and Pop thing?
before fucking Blockbuster, before Family Video.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mom and Pop.
Like
Video.
he owned that, and I'm sure he used that as just a way to wash his
Launder.
money.
Yeah, launder that shit.
And it was a good business too. Like it was a legit business. If you had capital to buy the stuff, back when they first started coming out, like
Right.
you made good money off fucking
Yeah.
the return.
You probably did.
Yeah, it wasn't until Blockbuster basically bought up all the contracts that all those places started losing money because they couldn't afford to.
Yeah.
You know,
Compete.
Yeah, you can't. I can't order 20 fucking movies, so you're not going to
20
give.
copies of each.
Yeah, I only want 5.
Each fucking week.
Yeah, so it was, capitalism.
At its best.
is
United States of
At its
Corporation.
best.
Yep.
Capitalism.
Yeah, We gotta go cut that lilac diamonds tonight. So like next week we could try that shit out. That stuff is the sweetest strain I've ever.
What's it called?
Lilac diamonds. I think you guys might have had it before. I don't remember though.
Maybe.
I've grown it for.
I don't remember it.
I've grown it for like 5 years.
Oh, okay.
Tell them.
Subscribe and like, please.
Have a good, be safe.
Holiday.
Fat one.
Yeah. All that good shit.
Yeah, we'll try to do more next year, we promise. Ah.